In this video, I'm talking how to improve your health using the law of attraction and inspired action. Let's go. If you're anything like me, you've been probably doing a lot of things to try and improve your health, taking a lot of action. And it makes perfect sense, right? You go out and look for possible solutions, find something that has worked for other people and you think might work for you, implement and hope for the best, i.e., feeling better. This is exactly how I was going about things to try and reverse my autoimmune conditions, Hashimoto's thyroiditis and Raynaud's syndrome, which I have had since the age of about 13 years old. Hashimoto's diagnosis at age 30, Raynaud's syndrome diagnosis around 13 years old. So everything I was doing was very logical. I was thinking things through. I was taking action that I thought was moving me in the right direction of my health, but only to find that it still wasn't where I wanted it to be. My actions were all very rooted in logic and in science. I would basically look things up, and if there was enough evidence out there of it working for other people, then I thought it would work for me. I was listening to doctors and practitioners, what they thought was best for my health. And I just still wasn't seeing the results I wanted to see in my health. I have an enlarged thyroid gland. And although I don't require any medications to manage my Hashimoto's, I still have this physical manifestation of illness in my body. And it's something that I am striving to have disappear. I was taking immaculate care of my body. And I do have to say it was working to an extent. I followed the autoimmune paleo diet for quite some time. And if you're interested in learning more about that, you can check out my video on how to exactly implement that into your life. I will also link my freebie down below, the Eat to Heal mini course. So although I don't require any medication or intervention to manage either of my autoimmune conditions, I still have that physical manifestation, the enlarged thyroid gland, and I do experience Raynaud's syndrome when the weather is really cold. My hands turn white. And like I said, when I was following that rigid diet, things did improve to an extent. And so it was like, is all of this action actually worth it? Is what I'm doing contributing to my quality of life, or is it taking away from my quality of life? I remained in search mode. I knew that it's possible to get rid of this enlarged thyroid gland, to have it come back to normal. And so I remained in search mode, wondering how. One summer day, my son and I were walking in our neighborhood, and we came across the neighborhood free book library, and somebody had just stuffed it full of books. And one of the books popped out. It stood out to me. It's the book Getting into the Vortex by Esther and Jerry Hicks, The Teachings of Abraham. And I was like, this book is calling to me. I'm going to take it home and give it a read. Little did I know that the main message in the book would be so crucial when it came to healing from chronic illness. Living in the vortex means living a better feeling life, a life that is aligned with what you desire, a life that feels good. When you live in this way, you allow your body to come into a healing state. And what this does not mean is do things that feel really good to you, but are also not conducive to your health, like eating fast food on a regular basis or binge drinking. You're not going to do that. But you're also not going to choke down a green smoothie that tastes like absolute crap to you. And you're not going to go run on the treadmill for an hour when you absolutely despise it. So reading this book got me thinking, Am I living in my vortex? Am I living in a state that's allowing my body to heal? Am I doing things on a daily basis that feel good to me? Or are some of the things that I'm trying to improve my health actually working to my detriment? And when I really gave myself time to think about this, the answer was no. I'm not fully living in my vortex. I'm not doing things on a daily basis that feel good to me. Yes, a lot of the things that I do, I love, and they have worked out really well for me, but I knew there was space. There were things that I could definitely clean up to bring into more alignment with who I am so that I can live in this good feeling state day to day. When I read the book, Getting into the Vortex, I was reminded that when you do things that feel really good to you and you're meeting your desires, your energy changes. And when your energy changes, you draw more good things to you. You've probably heard of this before, the law of attraction. Have you ever found yourself saying something along the lines of, I'm really in the flow, things are really flowing for me right now? If so, how were you feeling? And what were you doing? What was happening throughout that experience? Chances are you were feeling really good, things were happening for you, things were working out for you, and everything was working within your best interest. When things are in flow, you feel inspired, motivated, lit up. And when you're in that state and you have an open and clear mind, things start being presented to you. Opportunities start coming your way. And because you have this clear mind and openness about you, you're able to receive this information and then put it into action. This is the law of inspired action. This isn't hocus pocus, and in fact, it can be explained by quantum physics. We are a part of a vast energy field, and the way that we interact with this energy field is through our thoughts and our feelings. In this way, we are powerful creators of our own reality. And if you want to learn more about this, the person who explains it best is Joe Dispenza in his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. In this book, he explains things in a way that links spirituality with science so that even the naysayers, the people who don't believe in this kind of thing, can come to an understanding of how this all really works. You can find the link to Joe Dispenza's book in the comments below. When you get clear on what you truly desire and combine your intention to receive what you want with inspired action, you start to become a very powerful manifester, somebody who is creating a life filled with better health. Since I started making decisions for my health based on feeling rather than rational thought, my happiness and zest for life has skyrocketed. I've received so much intuition, so much guidance and inspiration that every step has felt so much easier for me. I'm eating a wider variety of foods. I'm doing exercise that feels really good to me. I'm structuring my day in a way that feels really good to me. And I have a deep inner knowing that on this path, if I continue on this path, better health is not only attainable, it is inevitable. I'll get into the specifics of manifesting and the process I've been using in my own life in my next video. But in the meantime, if you have loved what you've heard today, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you never miss any new content.